Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room once again. Today we're taking a look at some more Femforce comics. It's been a while. We are up to issue 69, 70, 71, and 72. On our way to 100. I don't have a lot after issue 100, but I thought I would at least cover the first 100 pretty well. I'm pretty sure we are still in the color era, which is good. Get Show Miss Victory, Femforce Collector's Ring, this issue only. This is 69, $2.95 cover price. And what is our year? The year is 1993. And this is an expensive comic for 93, but still. You got She-Cat looking pretty disheveled on the cover, but let's just start flipping through it. Who's working on this bad boy this time? Let's see, we got script, Don Crease, edits, Bill Black, art, Nar Castro, Sonny Delgado, Dela Santos. Oh, we got multiple artists, Manny Palanton, Leon, and June DePhilippe. Wow, we got a lot of people doing art on this issue. So that could be good, it could be bad. We'll have to just see. It looks a little different. It doesn't look bad, but it's definitely a little bit different. And as I understand it, they had a lot of different artists rotate through on this book. Because it's an indie book. And I mean, it wasn't paying as much as everybody else. But a lot of people earned their chops working on this book. So you'll see some names you recognize, some you don't, as people were trying to pay the bills. But most of it, I think, most all of it has looked very good. Even the stuff that is not my favorite is still what I consider good compared to most comic book art. It's at least memorable, so. And I'd consider it better than most modern comic book art that I've seen. That just doesn't speak to me at all. I don't much care for it. California Cruising in 1993. I remember 1993. I enjoyed 1993. It was a good year. Chasing Phantoms. Got Black Phantom doing her thing. And yep, totally running around in the modern era, even though she's an Old West character. That's the kind of thing you expect to see. I'm liking the word bubbles here. Sometimes Femforce uses a weird word font and a lettering font, and these, I like these. These are just real easy flowing bubbles with nice bold words in them. A lot of italicized. That's pretty, or bold print. It's kind of neat. I like that effect. AC back issues. Gosh, I wish it was that easy. Wrap Me Around Your Finger. A Miss Victory ring. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen one. I am curious. Let's see if such a thing exists. I will be looking on eBay, I'm sure, for that. On to issue 70. I notice this issue is taller than the others. You see it up there? I've noticed that with a lot of Femforce comics. They are a lot of different sizes. Like they were cut differently, or just made differently, or they use different sized formats. But I've noticed more issue size fluctuation than any other book, and it's crazy. In just the span of a few issues, they can change size. I did not see... Who do we got working here? Script is Bill Black, pencils Bill Black, Chris Allen, Nick Northley, inks Del Barbas, and Mark Heike. You'll see Mark Heike on a lot of these books. Letters Lance Breedlove, colors Bill Black, edits Bill Black. He usually runs the lion's share of all this stuff. If you haven't followed these or any of these previous videos, you know that Bill Black plays a huge role in all of these. And of course, that's probably why we've got dinosaurs, because I've noticed Bill seems to put dinosaurs in with stuff, and I think that's fantastic, because I do love dinosaurs in comics. And just, it's an old-fashioned way of telling a comic book story. He's got to have dinosaurs, and I appreciate that. Of course, all of Bill's art looking very, very PC. I don't know. I don't see people drawn like this anymore, and so I really do appreciate that they, even in a time period where this is no longer like kosher to do this, they still do it. Like, you can still buy Femforce off the shelf today. I believe they're at issue 203 or 204 at this point. I do look for them when I can. They're very hard to get in stores. I don't know what people's problems are. They just don't carry them in comic book stores, even though they are awesome, well-made, extremely well-made comics. Like the pages, paper, ink, everything. It's exceptional. Darkfire. I am not familiar with this character. Assuming that is a character's name. But we got Catman and Kitten, who have bounced around to other properties and like I think they're in DC right now, but I know they've been in like with a lot of other companies. We do have several Catman figures, but I've never seen a Kitten figure. So, what? You get a Sin ring too? I'm gonna have to see about these rings. I have not seen. I never heard of these. I guess we'll just have to see. I want to see if any of them still exist, or yeah, I'm curious now. I would definitely take a Miss Victory ring or a Terra ring. I always love that they give us a big opening page. This is almost always what they do. Story Bill Black, art and letters Dick Ayers. He does an excellent job on these. Inks Mark Heike again. Colors Rebecca Black, which I'm assuming is relation. And edits Bill again. And I should also probably shout out hello to C. Bradford Gorby, if he happens to be watching these. I appreciate his comments. He did art on a lot of these books, and I always love either critiquing or coming across his work, and I very much appreciate his comments. I'm trying to think of the name. The name escapes me right now. I have also bought quite a few issues, like more modern issues, of Femforce from another guy who worked on the book. He had issues he was selling on eBay, and I followed the name and I was like, oh my gosh, he did inking work on these like for years. So it's cool to interact with some of the people who made this and kind of hear their opinion on it, because I do think in the world of strange comics and everything that stands out in comics as weird, that you can still have a book that still pretty much stands out. Like, this stands out in a modern comic book shop. It stood out back in the old comic book shops. It just does. I appreciate that. So, Terra being giant. Oh, a Stardust ring. That's awfully cool. Stardust is easily one of my favorite costumes and characters. I mean, I probably like Terra better, but her costume design is really cool. These were only $10.95 plus $2.25 shipping and handling. Yeah, I will be looking these up on eBay. I definitely want to find those. If you weren't familiar, there was a large phase where they were planning on making movies, a Femforce movie. People were snatching up the rights to comic book films and trying to get them done. And they have a lot of casting calls and stuff in the backs of the issues. Sadly, I don't think anything ever came of it, which is the case with a lot of comic books I have come across. They had these like big plans for movies. It always makes me sad because, you know, there's a lot of comics that, yeah, they would have made a great movie. Or at least I think they would have. And they do make a lot of character or films based on AC Comics characters, but they are low to no budgets, and they are you can usually find them on eBay or different places. They're kind of direct to video, very, very low key homemade things. I've watched a few short videos of them, and they are somewhere between really awkward and super delightful, depending on how much you love no budget cinema. But What do we got going on here? We got Bill Black on story, pencils by C. Bradford Gorby, inks by Mark Heike. Gorby, this is a beautiful opening shot. Looks great. I just like what you've done with this character. She just looks fantastic. Okay, and I recognized this character, and I thought it looked like something that Gorby had drawn, just because of it. He has a certain way that it looks, and it translates really well to this monster gal, or dinosaur monster creature gal. I don't know what you call that. What do we got here? We got Bad Girls Don't Cry, Chapter 2. Looks like we got Dave Roberts has taken over pencils now. Chris Allen, Heike on script. And we can't tell if we're using the weird lettering or not. We are getting violent. I mean, I pointed out every time it comes up because these comics really, really pound each other. Kind of hilariously so. For page after page. Yep, I have seen these. I think I came across these recently. Looking for Femforce art. This particular throwdown is pretty substantial. All right, and now we're back into Black, Gorby, and Heike stuff. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember this. I remember this like big rock creature. I just couldn't remember. And that's a good cover. That's a great cover on this one. This big dreadlock monster. And serious knockdown, drag out fight. Kind of stuff we love to see. I also love that we're using odd kind of panel breakups. I appreciate that. Kind of keeps things up. And I like that we're seeing her pointed ears. A lot of times the artists draw Stardust and you don't even see that she's got pointed ears, and it kind of, I don't know, it's a distraction from the character, because then you just kind of, you forget that she's not Earth Woman, that she's like an alien. Beautiful looking stuff. Green letter pages, fem letters. Still an odd name for a letter page. There we have a she-cat ring, and I think that it's getting close to rounding out the whole team. It's funny that they're advertising one at a time throughout the book. I wonder what sizes they came in, if they were just very specialized sizes. That's kind of crazy. She-cat clawing her way to the top. I have a few of her. Oh, I didn't notice this was a Gorby cover too. Gorby covers pop different. I just don't know how else to say it. Like, look at this one, look at this one. It's not just the way the art is done, but it's also, I think, the way it's colored with the shading. It does pop differently. And I do think the covers look fantastic. I made mention in the last video that it was a Gorby cover that basically got me started on the series as a young lad, finding this comic and not knowing anything about it, and not even knowing what AC Comics was, and it was issue 66. His cover really popped on that. Anyway, that's my next 4 issues. Really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you're enjoying these videos. If you do, give a like, thumbs up, whatever. And we're up to 72, but we started at issue 1, so if you need to go back and watch the rest, go for it. I will at least get to issue 100. I can't promise anything much past 100, because that's all I've got. But I do greatly appreciate you watching. I thank you kindly, and that's my story. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.